Welcome to the Poetry Lovers channel. Some lyrics are so good they stand up as poetry by themselves. In Series 2 I'm going to treat music lyrics like poetry and ask, what techniques does the songwriter use to influence the listener? What makes the lyrics work? In this episode I'm going to look at two lyrics by John Lennon. The first is the track I Am the Walrus, released as the B-side to the single Hello Goodbye in 1967. I chose this track because it's completely different to anything we've looked at so far. Let's go through it. I am he, as you are me, and we're all together. See how they run like pigs from a gun, see how they fly. I'm crying. Sitting on a cornflake, waiting for the van to come. Corporation t-shirt, stupid bloody Tuesday, man, you've been a naughty boy, you let your face grow long. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus, goo-goo-goo-joob. Mr. City Policeman sitting pretty little policemen in a row. See how they fly like Lucy in the sky. See how they run. I'm crying. I'm crying. Yellow matter custard dripping from a dead dog's eye. Grab a lock of fishwife, pornographic priestess. Boy, you been a naughty girl, you let your knickers down. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus, goo-goo-goo-joob. Sitting in an English garden, waiting for the sun. If the sun don't come, you get a tan from standing in the English rain. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus, goo-goo-goo-joob, goo-goo-goo-joob. Expert, texpert, choking smokers, don't you think the Joker laughs at you? See how they smile like pigs in a sty, see how they snide. I'm crying. Semolina pilchards climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Elementary penguins singing Hare Krishna, man, you should have seen them kicking Edgar Allan Poe. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. I am the Walrus, goo-goo-goo-joob, goo-goo-goo-joob, and so on. From the beginning, I am he, as you are me, and we are all together. This is a very cosmic statement. Everyone is part of a greater whole, and we are in some sense all a part of each other. The next verse is altogether different. See how they run like pigs from a gun, see how they fly. I'm crying. What is the songwriter talking about? Who is running like pigs from a gun and now they're flying? Why is he crying? Complete disorientation. Sitting on a cornflake, waiting for the van to come. Corporation t-shirt, stupid bloody Tuesday, man, you've been a naughty boy, you let your face grow long. Okay, so now it's more clear that these words are purely for the fun of it, in the vein of Edward Lear's nonsense poems or James Joyce's novels. Lennon is juxtaposing unrelated images and forming a collage of the surreal and the everyday. Corporation t-shirt, stupid bloody Tuesday, for example. And at the same time, he's creating this wonderful, unique rhythm, almost like the insane internal dialogue of more than one person. Perhaps there is a relation between the first verse and the rest of the song. So he's capturing this idea that we are all one. And it seems like all these different internal dialogues and multiple people speaking. Mr. City Policeman sitting pretty little policemen in a row. These two lines are particularly strong. Notice how the words almost tie the singer up in knots with a litany of short syllables. Then there is a release with a long vowel at the end with row. This kind of release of tension with a long vowel at the end of a line is something we saw in Joni Mitchell's song Woodstock. Although the effect is quite different. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. Nothing to explain here, it's just fun. And then sitting in an English garden, waiting for the sun. If the sun don't come, you get a tan from standing in the English rain. So I think sitting in an English garden is a chance to slow things down. I think the start of the verse is a chance for the songwriter to catch his breath. The song would be too much if it was full tilt all the way through. I'll end here with some more great lines from this verse. Semolina pilchards climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Elementary penguins singing Hare Krishna. Man, you should have seen them kicking Edgar Allan Poe. This is great free-form poetry. It almost sounds like jazz, using nonsense words to create rhythms. Strangely, elementary penguins singing Hare Krishna does make a kind of surreal sense. Or at least an arresting image. Let's move on to the second track, A Day in the Life from 1967's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. A lyrical collaboration between Lennon and McCartney. I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. Immediately Lennon creates a mood with great economy. I read the news today, oh boy. The line is reminiscent of Chuck Berry or Buddy Holly, but instead of joy, Lennon uses it to create melancholy. Though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. And this gives us a sense of ambivalence as well. I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords. Lennon starts the verse with a serious observation of a car crash, then ends it playfully with an extended line. It heightens the sense of a surreal experience. I saw a film today, oh boy. The English army had just won the war. A crowd of people turned away, but I just had to look, having read the book. Lennon plays a similar trick here, where a serious subject is subverted by the last two lines. But I just had to look, having read the book. And then the line, I'd love to turn you on. This line was apparently suggested by McCartney. See how extending the O in on, when it's sung, allows Lennon's verse to connect seamlessly with McCartney's upcoming bridge. Woke up, fell out of bed, dragged a comb across my head, found my way downstairs and drank a cup, and looking up I noticed I was late, found my coat and grabbed my hat, made the bus in seconds flat, found my way upstairs and had a smoke, and somebody spoke and I went into a dream. McCartney's lines make a great contrast to Lennon's. They're more everyday and realistic, and they allow a change of rhythm to break up the song. I read the news today, oh boy, 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. And though the holes were rather small, they had to count them all. Now they know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. There's something in this verse which I can't quite put my finger on. The song is melancholy because of the way it's sung, but something else is going on. Lennon takes a trivial piece of news and takes it 2 steps into the surreal. First, the small holes had to be counted. Then they worked out how many would fit in the Albert Hall. And somehow this adds to the sense of detachment and melancholy, something other songwriters really struggle to achieve in the same way. Okay, that's it for this week. Let me know in the comments if there's any other lyricists you'd like me to cover. It doesn't matter what genre, as long as there's some meaning and some emotion for you. And see you next week.